Y'all look, some of y'all from TikTok just came over here. I was about to start cooking on TikTok. And then I knew I was gonna get banned because I was, you know what, I was getting ready to go there. I was definitely getting ready to go there on TikTok. So I'm just talking to my my friends and family from TikTok that came over here. Okay, so hold on, let me start off. So we here. It's okay, mom. Listen, y'all, listen. Okay, let me give my. This is where I'm your expert trainer, Danny C. This is where fitness meets politics. I'm your trainer. I train a lot of beautiful women in Chicago. Get them snacks. So if you ever need training, make sure you hit me up. I will be doing virtual training, even if you don't live here. I will be doing virtual training starting January. So hit me up, and that's that. Okay, let's talk about this. Hey, you all. Hey, family. Okay, let me just say this because I was just gonna I know we're gonna be talking about the Brandon Johnson illegal migrant crime. All right, but let me just say this because okay, now I'll talk about that. Wait a minute, I'm gonna talk about that because I was getting ready to start where I left off on TikTok. But let me stay focused right quick. And then I'm gonna go back to what I was saying on TikTok. Let me just stay focused about what we're getting ready to talk about right now. Because these people who keep talking about the Democrat Party and Trump this and Trump that, they get on my nerve because they don't look at what's going on around them. And then because they deal with ignorance and their stupidity, now we have to suffer for that. And now we have to fight this idiot administration, the on a local level and on a federal level. But that's another thing. We're gonna talk about that in a minute. Look, but let me just go. Okay, so remember that a lot of these blue cities, blue states keep saying that they're not going to let Tom Homan come in. And Tom Homan was basically talking about right now, and he keep saying that he wants to come in right now and start off right now with the criminals. The criminals that's locked up, the criminals that's doing things that's in our neighborhood. Let him start off with that first. And then, they gonna, but that's what they want to start off first. And you got these governors and you have these mayors saying that they're not going to cooperate with with Tom Homan. Now you have what's his name, Eric Adams of New York mayor, say that he would allow him to come in and get the criminals. But like I said, we have like our mayor Brandon Johnson and other California and Denver. Those mayors are saying that they're not going to cooperate with ICE at all. All right. So this is Brandon Johnson. Let's talk about some of the crime that's happening in Chicago, and period, just from illegals being in America and being in Chicago. Now I think, and that administration, that Biden and Harris administration and Brandon Johnson needs to be locked up for treason. When you allow 22 million people come over here to come over here illegally, that's unvetted, and you just unleash them on the American citizens, you need to go to jail for treason. Because your sworn oath, as when you get in there as a president, as a vice president, Brandon Johnson, as a mayor, you are sworn, you get on that, you put your hand on that Bible and you swear to protect your citizen and uphold the Constitution, or the Constitution of that state, the Constitution of our United States, period. That's what you swore oath to. And these people have not did any of that. The Biden and Harris administration have not, when they swore, and put their hand on their Bible and said they swore to uphold the Constitution, they they did not do that. So their intrusion, it's a when you do things like this to put the American citizens in jeopardy or in harm's way, then you're committing treason. That's what the Constitution says, that you have to protect your citizens, your people. We the people put these people in office to make sure we're straight, to protect us and do what's in our best interest from the federal level to the local level. So these people are in violation of our Constitution. They want to keep telling us that we are democracy. We're not a democracy. We're governed by, we're a republic. We're governed by the Constitution. That's what we are. So that's what they have to follow. And they have already been in violation of the Constitution on the local level and on the federal level. And that's why if you see now in our council meetings, everybody is now starting to bring the Constitution back up to Brandon Johnson because he's in a direct violation of it. If you notice, Zoe, in her video I showed you, Zoe played it. When he put him being sworn in and everything he sworn to do, she played it and then she went in on him. If you notice now, this recent meeting, a lot of these young ladies went to the Constitution on Brandon Johnson, the state Constitution, and let him know he's in violation of our Constitution. So therefore, he's in violation, period. Because anytime you bring 70,000 illegal aliens in and allow them to come in our neighborhoods and come into our city, then that means you're in violation of the Constitution because you're not protecting the citizens by allowing them to come in here and commit crimes and not working with ICE to get them out so we can be protected. You're in violation, Brandon Johnson, of your constitutional oath and right, of our rights. Okay, so let's go here right quick. Before we go to Chicago, let me just show you all something. Let's show this. Because when I saw this, this is what, now, where's Black Lives Matter? This is a black child. They always want to go in and tell you when a white police kill a black guy, they want to make a big uproar. They want to make everything so, oh my God, how dare he kill a black guy? But it's all they want to. Everybody want to be in an uproar. You hear all the news stations talking about it. You hear Black Lives Matter pushing for it. I don't even care if the black guy shot the police first, like the Dexter Reed that happened in Chicago. They gonna push that narrative that it's because it's a white cop and a black kid that, oh my God, you killed a black man. And he actually shot at the police first. And they had this all on the news channels pushing this narrative. Now, we have an illegal alien, that's Democrat, right, who allowed this. Here, kill a black girl, and I don't hear nothing about it. Only Fox covering it, crickets. Where's Black Lives Matter? Where's these people at that told us that Black Lives Matter? Okay, so let's talk about this. I've been wanting to talk about this, but I've been kind of busy, so I couldn't really get to this. But I just want to, if you all haven't heard about this, you probably have. But let's talk about this first. Right. Shade Room. Yeah, Bubba said exactly. Shade Room report everything else. They sure do. Anything that the Democrats do bad, or the Democrat, what they allow that happens to us, you don't hear about it. Anything that's going to make the Democrats look bad, you don't hear about it. I thought Black Lives Matter. I guess it don't. Okay, let's look at this. Let's talk about this. Now they're going to talk about, this is two young ladies. Look at this. This is what Trump was talking about, you all. Remember when they called Trump racist and xenophobe and all that, and talking about he didn't have the right stacks and he don't know what he's talking about, but he been trying to warn the American citizens since 2016 when he wanted to build that wall. Look, and our media keeps lying to us.
State of
Okay, let's
Texas
talk
that
about
we
this.
will be filing notice by the state of Texas that we intend to seek the death penalty against Jocelyn's murderers. We are seeking death because we want the message out there that regardless of who you are, but especially if you are illegally in this country, that you will face the same consequences as anyone else for murdering a child during the course of raping and kidnapping her.
What a terrible story. You heard it here this morning. Harris County, Texas DA Kim Ogg telling us exclusively that she is now seeking the death penalty in the case against two Venezuelan migrants accused of killing that 12-year-old girl, Jocelyn Nungri. This, another horrific death out of a child out of Houston. 7-year-old Ivory Smith allegedly killed by a Venezuelan migrant in a drunk driving accident just 2.5 months after ICE released a hold against the suspect. According to the authorities, the suspect, once after the accident, jumped out of the car, took pictures of the crash, and then drove off instead of trying to help the victims. Now Ivory's family is demanding justice, and Ivory's aunt, Sharonda Collins, joins us right now. Sharonda, good morning to you.
Good morning.
I am so sorry. You know, this happened on December 1st, Christmas month, and now your niece, Christina, has lost her only child.
Correct. My niece has lost her only child. Her dad has lost his only daughter. Our family has lost Ivory, which was loved throughout our family. She was one of our youngest ones in the family. And we're just seeking justice. We're trying to get these laws changed because it's unfair. Like you guys say, it's 12 days before Christmas, and we're planning a funeral instead of trying to celebrate Christmas.
Sharonda, explain that thing that I just talked about in this introduction. This migrant from Venezuela, after he hit the other car, jumps out, and rather than helps, he takes pictures and then gets in the car and speeds away?
Yes, unfortunately, he didn't care. He didn't care that it was a mother and a daughter in that car, scared that he had harmed. He didn't try to assist. He didn't try to call for help. He got out, he took pictures, and he tried to flee the scene.
Yeah.
Watch, they lay lifeless.
And as we look at these images of this beautiful little girl, she, her mother did everything right. She was in the seat. She was belted into the car seat. She was just a few miles from home with her mom, and this happened. You mentioned a moment ago that the laws have got to change. A lot of people are not familiar with the DUI laws in Texas. What in particular you are finding now is a gigantic problem for your family?
The problem is we have to go and we have to fight along with trying to bury bodies. We have to go and fight the laws in court just to try to not have them get released and get a bond. And only to find out that no, he had a bond for $150,000. It didn't matter what our justice was to fight. If ISIS had not put a hold on him, he would have been released from jail right then. When we went to court.
So he would have been released from jail right then, even though he killed these people. Okay, let's.
So luckily he had an ICE hold, so he could stay in there and probably not flee again or do anything to harm another family.
You want justice.
So the only thing that helped them was he had an ICE hold. But see, you got to understand, that's in Texas. When we in Chicago, y'all, these people don't have an ICE hold. Think about it. They don't have an ICE hold because we don't cooperate with ICE. So that's why in these liberal cities, these sanctuary cities, they let them out time and time and time again. They commit crime after crime after crime, and ICE don't have to come in, and they cannot cooperate with ICE. Think about what I'm saying.
Ivory, what do you want to see done?
We want the laws in Texas to be stiffer. When they make the decision to drink and drive, they make a decision to possibly go to jail for a longer sentence, because they don't give us those choices when we're riding on the street just trying to get home from family house. I should be able to ride. People in Texas should be able to get in their car and get home safe if we're doing everything correctly. We shouldn't have to worry about someone drinking and driving on the streets.
We know that a GoFundMe has been started. Just visit GoFundMe.com to support Ivory's family in their time of loss. But Sharonda, if you would, before you go, can you tell us a little something about Ivory?
That smile, y'all see it. We're gonna miss it. We have so many memories of Ivory. She was such a bubbly star to us. She loved the spotlight. She loved to dance. She loved gymnastics. She had a YouTube channel, and we're just gonna miss her. She was always, that smile you see, she was always smiling. And we didn't protect her. Texas laws didn't protect her.
She was just 7 years old. God rest her soul. And
Okay, so now y'all see, what you say, some troops said a Venezuelan was caught with 2 assault rifles, and while being arrested, he was smiling here in the Austin area of Chicago. Yes, this is what's happening. So now, I love you too, and Tina, and appreciate your support. Yeah, so, oh, hey, Rosalind Reviews. Hey, boo, how you doing? We got Rosalind Reviews in the house. Yes, Ross, I gotta check out your YouTube channel. I saw your comment when you said, and I think I looked at one of your videos. Yes, we got Rosalind Reviews. Go follow Rosalind Reviews because she report on a lot of things. So we definitely, please like the video, like and share, you all. Please like the video and share. So now, these, like she said, they have to,
God rest her.
now you, 14 days before Christmas, and you have to bury a kid, your only child. Because these people who were sworn, who put their hand on the Bible and were sworn to protect you, put their hand and say, I swear to protect the American citizens. Democrats, Biden and Harris administration allowed all 2.2 million unvetted people here. So this is treason. This is what I keep saying. This is treason against America. Now, love from Barbados. Oh, okay. Hey, Marcio. Yes, please like and share. Now, that's in Texas. If you all already go in my video, I did actually 2, talking about the crimes, the rapes, and things that happened in Chicago with us. I talked about the Venezuelan that shot one of the that was in a gang war because the black gang No Limit was into it with the Venezuelans because they shot one of they members of No Limit over there on 83rd and Essex around on the south side. I talked about that in the video. I talked about all the crimes that the illegals had been committing here in Chicago. I talked about that in the video, so I'm not going to go back and show y'all that. Just go in the video. I think it's either the mass shooting or it's the one that says, mass shooting and things. And I think I showed a bunch of videos about down in Chicago, just the crimes they've been doing. But then let's talk about this. I just want to show you all how these people are just committing crimes over here. First of all, a lot of them can't drive. You see that what was happening in Ohio when they were saying that it was like about 2 people that were killed in Ohio because they were giving all these Haitians driver's license and they couldn't even drive. How you giving people that you just let come over here who can't even drive, don't know our rules, don't know our laws, driver's license, or they were giving them permits and they were driving? But here in Chicago, we have our mayor have issue, or in Illinois, Governor Pritzker have issue over 150,000 driver's license, you all, to illegal aliens. 150,000 driver's license have been issued to illegal aliens. And I see them right now across in the summertime, well, where I live at. Oh, you all the mopeds, they driving up and down on the sidewalk on mopeds. A couple of them almost got hit. You could see them, don't know what they doing. Just driving up and down fast on mopeds. This is crazy. And this is what we got to deal with. And this is what Brandon Johnson is talking about, not letting Tom Homan and these other Democratic mayors and governors of these states is talking about not letting Tom Homan come in and get in. Let me show you this. Now, this was sent to me. Let me share this right quick. Because this was interesting. So a young lady sent me this. And she said, Danny, look at this. Now remember, they told you that these people were contributing to the economic system, that they're not taking your resources, that we need. Brandon Johnson said that we need these illegal aliens for our economy. He said that, right? Now look what's going on here. And then we're going to just go. This is just a video a young lady sent me. She said, Danny, you got to see this. This is in Humboldt Park, and this is in Chicago. Let me see where it is. Let me see if this is. No, that's not it. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, because I posted it. Let me find it. Where's that video at? Hold on. Let me find that video, y'all. See, did I even post it here? Maybe I didn't post it here. But let me show you this, because this is what I want to talk about. Let me show you. Okay, here it is right here, y'all. Okay, here it is right here. Make sure y'all like and share the video. Okay, so let me show you all how they're committing crimes and taking our resources. Now, this is why we can't get anything. Our taxpayer dollars are going. Look at this.
I can't call.
Look at this, y'all. Let's go see this. Let's go see this. Now, this is at in Humboldt Park. This is at the public aid office. Now, you got illegals at the public aid office all around the corner and getting free everything with cars, new cars outside. Let me show you. Look at the new cars. Look at all the cars out there. Look at all these illegals going to get free your taxpayer money. This is what your taxpayer money going to. Look at the line. Look at the line. Look at the line, y'all. Okay, look. So look. This is your look. Remember they told you that this is what our taxpayer is going to. This is where our taxpayer is going to. So you at the public aid line, all you see. So imagine, listen to this. Because they're going to talk about some crime and what just happened in Chicago after this video. Could you imagine? Because I had one of my clients sent me something in my inbox, messaged me. She said, Danny, I got laid off for work. Now, she been working a long time, you all, because she used to come to me. She said, I got laid off work, Danny. And you know it's around Thanksgiving, around the holiday time, right? She's an American citizen. She been paying big taxes, you all, big taxes, because she made good money. So she got laid off her job. She said, Danny, I went down to the public aid office to get some assistance. I'm talking about you, citizen, that been putting your hard-earned tax money into the system. I'm talking about the money, you know, the money that they take out your check before you even get it. Yeah, those taxes. She said, Danny, I had been going, she said, so I went down there to the public aid office while the line was out the corner, around the corner, and guess who was in those lines? Illegal aliens. How would you feel as a taxpayer who pay big taxes into this system, and you go because you get laid off your job, and you got to feed your family it's the holidays coming up, so you said, let me go because I need some assistance, because that's what this is supposed to be for. This is supposed to be for when the taxpayers need the assistance, that you're supposed to assist me, because this is what my tax dollars went to. How would you feel if you go down there and you have to stand in line because you got illegals all around the corner standing in line to get your assistance? They haven't put a dime in. And then she said that when they were getting in, they were getting their stuff, they link her stuff the same day. They were getting their stuff on the same day. And they told her she got to wait and come back. They gave her an appointment. They said she got to wait and come back. They were just letting them line up and come in. Just like I told you what Patrice put out there. Patrice Stewart. They got Section 8 open, you all. They just not open to you. Patrice Stewart, go look at her video on YouTube. Patrice Stewart, she's into taxes and she's into the money. She told you all they got Section 8 open, but they not giving it to the regular citizens. The illegals are coming in line getting it first. So imagine you need help, and imagine you go to your public aid office and you see that. All these people in line, then you see their cars. They all got cars. But this mayor told us that they were contributing to the economy, and if Trump come and get these people, then it would mess up and bankrupt the economy. Okay, who's stupid enough to believe that? So look, so I just wanted to show y'all that because she sent me this video, and I had to, not Americans yet, and I had to show y'all this. Because I was like, oh no, I gotta show y'all this with this. Now look at this. Now this is, let's go back a little bit, because now we're gonna get into this. I'm gonna let y'all hear this. This is a crime.
President-elect Donald Trump's pick for borders czar visited Chicago this week, saying our city will be ground zero for mass deportations.
While the threat has many immigrants concerned, others say it's long overdue. Investigative reporter Ben Bradley digs into the issue with a look at the arguments from both sides and how the state law bans police from working with immigration agents.
Look at this.
A police pursuit. Vehicles continuing through a cornfield. It ended in a cornfield an hour south of Chicago and illustrates how Illinois law enforcement is handcuffed when it comes to dealing with people in this country illegally. Today, the men denied knowing about the drugs and claimed they fled in fear of being deported. A judge ordered one man detained because of his criminal record, but released the other because the 18-year-old's juvenile criminal history out of state wasn't initially known.
I'll guarantee you'll never see him again.
Kankakee County Sheriff Mike Downey says he's released countless people from his jail because state law prevents him from even asking about their immigration status.
Look at this.
I can't call ICE and say, this individual is getting released tomorrow, this individual is getting released in 3 hours. I can't. So he walks out the door.
The Illinois law that prohibits local police from detaining a person because of their immigration status was actually signed by...
I just don't believe that Illinois will ever be a safe state until our governor decides to affect policy change, and I don't see him doing that.
What they don't realize is that Barack Obama was the single biggest deporter-in-chief, removing more than 400,000 people in a single year. Trump deported a peak of just under 270,000, and Biden never got above 145,000. Immigration and Customs Enforcement monitors law enforcement databases to see who's been arrested. The Kankakee County Sheriff told us ICE has requested 80 inmates be held for immigration issues over the past 3 years. But because of state law, he couldn't do that. And most, like the younger man arrested on fentanyl charges, were released with only a promise that they'd return.
Did y'all hear this? Did y'all just hear this? Did y'all just hear this? Did y'all just hear what just happened? So these people were in Chicago. They got caught, but they got caught like outside of Chicago. And they cannot work with, because our laws, what Brandon Johnson don't want to do, our laws do not let them cooperate with ICE. And like he said, you will never see them. So like that girl, the one who killed the girl in Texas, if they had our laws, then they'll just get out and you will never see them again. Because Brandon Johnson and Illinois do not cooperate with ICE and do not let these criminals keep getting out. Therefore, keep committing crimes on American citizens. But they put their hand on the Bible and swore oath to protect you and me. Treason, what I keep saying. Keep on Democrat, exactly. Please like and share. Please like and share. You all, the likes are really low. Please like the video. Please like the video. I'm going to let you all see this. Come on, I want you all to hear this one more time. Let me go back here because this is incredible. I need you all to hear this and share. This is what we are fighting for, these laws. We no longer want this to be a sanctuary city. Brandon Johnson blocked that. So we could not have that on the ballot that just came up. So we can be able to vote and say we do not want Chicago to be a sanctuary city. Because you all, this is the Democrat way. These are their policies. This is what they push and this is what they want. They don't care nothing about you. They don't care nothing about me. Look at what's happening in our communities. Kids dying, kids, they raping, look, you know, where they are, I can't say it on here, are wording the girls and whatever like that. And now we just got to be stuck with this garbage. Now look, let's look at this again. Please like and share the video, like and share. Because this is, when she sent me this video, this was unbelievable to me. Which I knew but I'm just saying. Okay, let's see this. Let's go back again.
Look at the arguments from both sides and how the state law bans police from working with immigration agents.
Now listen real good, y'all.
A police pursuit.
Vehicles continuing through a cornfield.
It ended in a cornfield an hour south of Chicago and illustrates how Illinois law enforcement is handcuffed when it comes to dealing with people in this country illegally.
They handcuffed.
Knowing about the drugs and claimed they fled in fear of being deported. A judge ordered one man detained because of his criminal record, but released the other.
Release the other
The
one.
18-year-old's juvenile criminal history out of state wasn't initially known.
I'll guarantee you'll never see him again.
Look.
Kankakee County Sheriff Mike Downey says he's released countless people from his jail because state law prevents him from even asking about their immigration
They don't have to
status.
ask them.
I can't call ICE and say, this individual is getting released tomorrow, this individual is getting released in 3 hours. I can't. So he walks out the door.
That's our
The
law.
Illinois law that prohibits local police from detaining a person because of their immigration status was actually signed by...
I just don't believe that Illinois will ever be a safe state until our governor decides to affect policy change, and I don't see him doing that.
What we don't realize is that Barack Obama was the single biggest deporter-in-chief, removing more than 400,000 people in a single year. Trump deported a peak of just under 270,000.
So let me say this. Let me say this, because we're going to break this down. So when they start deporting these people, and you see your news networks start telling you, oh my God, look at Trump doing, it's inhumane, he this and that. Obama was the deporter-in-chief. He deported more people than ever. Those kids in cages, y'all see, that was Obama. So did you listen? Did the news media make a big thing out of that? Did the news media tell you, oh my God, Obama is deporting all these people? You all didn't even hear about it. You didn't even know that Obama was the #1 deporter-in-chief. That's what he was known for. He deported more people than all these administrations, even Trump. So remember that you all hear about it. Did the media make a big fuss about it? Well, did you see everybody holding the line saying, hey, we're going to protest and we're going to shine a light on what you're doing? Did you see the media show kids and families being taken? No, they didn't. But look, coming when Trump do it, oh, they gonna show y'all kids. They gonna show the kids. They gonna show the kid crying. Oh my God, mama. They gonna show the woman crying. Oh, they gonna show all of that when Trump try to get 22 million illegals up out of here. But they didn't show y'all that. They didn't tell y'all that or show you that with Obama. And when you had it, well, you saw them kids in cages, and that lady, the reporter, went down there crying, and oh my God, that fake crying. Those were Obama cages and kids. That's under his administration that they lied and told y'all Trump did that. This is the divisiveness of the media and this stupidity. So they not gonna show you this, that we got criminals all in our neighborhood that's getting let out because they cannot work with ICE. That the police cannot work with ICE, so they're handcuffed. If it was you, they gonna lock your black butt or white butt or American butt right on up. They gonna lock you right on up. Your kid, if you got your kid with you, your kid gonna go to DCFS, and they gonna call you an unfit mama because you had your kid with you while you committed a crime, and they gonna lock your butt up. Now these illegals, they handcuffed. They can't do it. They can let them back out. They can't even ask them if they're illegal. They can't do none of that. And this is what this Democrat and this mayor want us to deal with in our neighborhood. And yet you let them right back out. So let me just finish up.
Got above 145,000. Immigration and Customs Enforcement monitors law enforcement databases to see who's been arrested. The Kankakee County Sheriff told us ICE has requested 80 inmates be held for immigration issues over the past 3 years.
80.
But because of state law, he couldn't do that. And most, like the younger man arrested on fentanyl charges, were released with only a promise that they'd return. Ben Bradley, WGN Investigate.
ICE wanted them, and they were released on a promise that they gonna return. Now this dude had got caught with fentanyl. You all, do you know how much fentanyl is killing America right now? It's killing your kids and killing. Do you know how much fentanyl is killing everybody here? You get an illegal caught with fentanyl, and they allow him to leave and talking about on the promise that he gonna come back. Well, you ever able to say you promise you gonna come back? Like this man said, you'll never see him again. This is the Democratic way. This is the Democratic way. This is what they push in your neighborhood. This is what they push for you to deal with. All while they in the gated community, they would not dare allow that to happen to their kids. They would not dare allow that around their kids, to put their kids in danger. But they don't care nothing about your kids. They can care less, and they keep showing us time and time again. Now these people were in Chicago. And if you ain't in Chicago, don't worry about it. If you ain't dealing with it now, you're going to deal with it. If they don't, these people, we got 70,000 people here. They spilling all over to everywhere. So they not just going to be contained in Chicago. Please know that. So if you ain't dealing with it now, and y'all don't keep fighting this mayor and keep fighting that, you're gonna deal with it later. All right, let's talk about this. Because this said this came out, and this happened on the 21st. This just happened with the charges of these people. I mean, with this. Okay, so listen, you all. So it was a migrant shot. Let me go here. Let me just let y'all see it, then we're gonna read it. So this is what I'm getting ready to read to you all. Migrant. This is this right here. Look at it. So this is what that says. Migrant shot another migrant for murdering a third migrant, prosecutor said. So you got one migrant shot another migrant for murdering a third migrant. This happened in Chicago. Now, this just came out December the 17th, 2024. So listen, I'm getting ready to read it to you all. Please like the video, What it say? They should make you, wow. The problem may be, well, thank you so much for this report. Thank you so much, Tom. Thank you. All right, so look, you all. Let me read this. This is in Chicago. A Venezuelan migrant charged with murdering another migrant is hospitalized after being shot by yet another migrant who was angered by the killing, officials say. So now he in our hospital, he shot, he getting all the hospital care. Oh, because you know you can't go in the hospitals now. If you go try to get an appointment to your local hospital, you gotta wait 3, 4, 5, 6 months for your appointment because you got illegal aliens coming in, getting free medical, everything, having babies and everything, and now you can't even get the doctor. So a Venezuelan migrant charged with murdering another migrant is hospitalized after being shot by yet another migrant who was angered by the killing, officials say. Both shootings occurred inside the same Washington Park apartment building, where a 911 call reporting that armed, listen what I'm saying, because remember I keep telling you, these illegals, once they get acclimated to us, they're gonna have weapons. I was saying that in my live like 2 years ago. I was telling people on my Facebook live. Now listen to this. They armed, y'all. So it said, inside the same Washington Park apartment building where 911 call reporting that armed migrants had taken over a complex. Listen to this, y'all. Listen to what I'm getting ready to say, and then we're going to talk about it. Both shootings occurred inside the same Washington apartment building where a 911 call reporting that armed migrants had taken over the complex was declared unfound and declared as racism by mainstream news outlets, experts said in September. Now remember, it was a 911 call. And remember that? In the Washington Park apartment. It was a 911 call. This was during the whole election time. Remember the Democrats was trying to get in office and they was telling you not to believe your lying ass and telling you that all the things that we were saying in our neighborhoods that was going on, they were telling us that we was lying. Don't believe your lying ass. Remember the Democrats was telling you that all during election time when you saying this is what's going on in my neighborhood. So remember that in Washington Park, the apartments where you remember when you was hearing those 911 calls and they were saying there was a bunch of armed migrants that had taken over a complex. And remember they said it was unfound, and because you were saying that you was racist, the mainstream media news outlets said that. This is exactly what it said. In September, Guess what, you all? It was all true. So all us conspiracy theorists and the ones who telling you what's really happening on the ground, and then y'all telling us we lying because the mainstream media told you it wasn't true, it was true. So when you had that 911 call that was going around, I don't know if you all remember, it was a 911 call going around that somebody called. There was a bunch of armed illegals with guns coming into a complex. And they told you when you were saying that, when the Republicans were saying that, conservatives, it was racist and all that, the mainstream media tried to convince you of that. Well, now we found out it's true. Okay. Carlos Ronaldo Maribel, 24, robbed and murdered Peter Sangrias Medina inside the building. And the 6100 block of South Martin Luther King on November the 11th. So this happened. Listen, you all. Listen to what I'm talking about. Listen to this. This happened right there on 61st and Martin Luther King Drive. So anybody know what 61st at? That's all black over there. All black area on 61st and King Drive. It's all black people over there. 61st and King Drive, this is what it's happened at. Remember they was telling you that, remember on 61st and King Drive, that 911 came in saying it was a bunch of migrants over there with those guns that was taking over on 61st and King Drive. They was talking about, no it wasn't, no they didn't happen. That's where it happened. So, let me read that again. So, Carlos Ronaldo Marbella, I might mess his name up, but 24, robbed and murdered Peter Medina inside the building and the 600 block of Martin Luther King Drive on November the 11th, and then hid the body in a trash bin, prosecutioner said this weekend. So now it's going to court. So this man killed somebody and then hid his body in a trash can. Killed this one migrant and then hid his body in a trash can. Marbella Medina, let's just say Medina. So robbed of a firearm and then used the weapon to kill Medina inside the victim's apartment. A felony complaint said Marbella allegedly left and later returned to the apartment to confirm that Medina was dead. He then dragged Medina's body outside and hurled it over a second floor balcony into a deliberately placed dumpster, hoping to get the murder from being discovered, the complainant said. So he killed one guy. After he killed him, he go and put the dumpster under the balcony and then throw his body over the balcony. This happened on 61st and King Drive, y'all. All black neighborhood, a whole black area. So this right in our hood, this right around us, y'all. This ain't nowhere. This is in our area where they putting 70,000 illegal aliens at. Well, I'm telling y'all, they all in our neighborhood. These people, this is what they doing. So now, what does it say? A GoFundMe campaign for Medina. Now we got a GoFundMe for Medina said he was a hardworking, respectful, family-oriented, and loving father who came to America looking for the American dream. So I thought y'all was coming here to escape political prosecution and things like that. Isn't that what asylum is supposed to be for? Don't you supposed to seek asylum when you are in fear of your life, or you're in fear of harm, far as with your government who's threatening you for your political views and things like that? Isn't that what asylum's supposed to be for? I don't think asylum is supposed to come over here and make more money or to come over here and get a better job. I don't think that qualify as asylum. Or come over to here and get free everything off the taxpayer dollars. That's not what asylum is, you all. You can't leave one country and say, I want to seek asylum in another country because my job don't pay me enough. And then you able to come over here, get free everything, and then they want to tax the taxpayers. So, that's finished. He was a family-oriented and loving father who came to America looking for the American dream. The fundraiser organized by his employer, and his employer said Medina had no family here. So they are raising money to help us get him back home to his family in Venezuela. While police painstakingly investigate the murder, Chicago street justice system was not so patient. So now here we go, y'all. Here we go with our resources. I'm just saying, we got a lot to deal with ourselves. Our resources being taken, and we can't even get what's going on? Hold on. We can't even get the things we need. But with I know a couple of my family members that were murdered, and we haven't even found anything. So now we got resources because now we got Brandon Johnson migrant crime going on. It said most of these jobs prior to, yeah, right. So listen, you all, his employer. So he was able to work and you was illegally here. That's the black jobs that Trump was talking about, or our American jobs that, remember you all that was talking about, oh, this and that. So you stay on 61st and King Drive. So the jobs you work in will be for the citizens that's maybe around there, or that citizens around there could get. They're your black jobs because they're in your black neighborhoods. Trump told y'all that. He said they put them all in y'all neighborhoods. So now you're going to be competing with these people with those black jobs because they're in the black neighborhood. So if you're in the black neighborhood and you go for a job that's around in your neighborhood or in your community, but y'all had a problem when Trump said black jobs. Remember that? Or any jobs. Okay, let's go. Let's finish reading it because my phone started tweaking. So we gotta understand what's really happening. Okay, let's go back. Let me finish reading it. So y'all, look, everything Trump been saying been right so far. He tried to warn us about their wall. He tried to warn us about all this stuff. He told us this stuff was happening, all the crime. He told us they allowed their criminals to come over here. He told us all of that. And they called him racist. They even called the people who reported this racist. And come to find out, this was all true. That they were taking over apartment buildings and all that. Let's see. My phone probably won't even let me go back there. It's starting to act up. My battery low on this phone, y'all. Hopefully it'll let me go back on here, y'all. Let's see. Let's try to get news break. When he had a little more peace, and then we're going okay, here you go. And then we'll be done with this. All right, let's see if it'll let me go back. So yeah, y'all, this is what's happening. This is what's happening in our neighborhoods that they tell us don't worry about. Okay, I might not be able to find that. But yeah, it's on Newsbreak, y'all. And because this phone is not allowing me to go back on there. But yeah, it's on Newsbreak. And so it was basically saying that so after the migrant killed Medina, then another migrant came and killed him or shot him. So that's what happened. So that's what I was getting ready. That's the more of the story. So now they going to trial. So this just happened. This happened in Chicago, right on 61st and King Drive. So now we got our mayor saying that he's not going to work with Tom Homan. Tom Homan he said he just want to come in and get these illegals out of here. The criminals. He want to start with the criminals. Your mayor said he's gonna fight him every step of the way because he's not gonna let him come in and mess with his citizens that he say are the illegals are his citizens. That's what your mayor said. Because he said that we want that. The Chicago people want that. That's what he said. That's what your mayor said. Let's see if we can bring this back up. Let me see something. YouTube, let me make sure. Okay, let me see. Let me see if I can find something with him saying that. Let's see this right quick. Let's see what your mayor had to say about this. This is my boy. Let's listen to this.
Justice. I don't, and I'm sorry. Let me just let it play.
Animus towards immigrants. He has shown a great deal of animus towards working people across the city of Chicago, and it is my responsibility and it is my joy to protect all residents of this beloved city.
Listen.
Mr. Mayor, I want to keep the scope of this conversation on immigration, and let me hear some more here from Tom Home in control room. Let's play that.
I don't want them to be immigration officers. I want them, when they arrest an illegal alien for a serious crime,
listen,
I'm just asking them to find them. I don't want you to hold them a minute more than you have to hold them under your charges, but just work with us and take these public safety threats not only off the streets, but out of the country.
So let me ask you specifically, if you have someone in, CPD takes custody of someone who fits that scenario, that profile.
Listen.
Accused of a violent crime in the country illegally, does local law allow you to inform ICE, and will you do that?
Here's what the local law does. First of all, as a sanctuary city, this ordinance was birthed by the first black mayor in the history of Chicago, Mayor Harold Washington. He understood during the Reagan administration as foreign policies disrupted Central and South America, he made it very clear that the city of Chicago will serve as refuge for people around the globe. And so there's a strong black liberation presentation that comes out of the city of Chicago as it relates to being a sanctuary city.
That is completely false. Let me say this. Here we go with the
this my boy TD.
Look, the history of black liberation in Chicago is somehow tied to illegal immigration, and foolishness like this. I was thinking about this when I first heard him say that, right? Because I like threw up in my mouth because I get so irritated with hearing stuff like this and these false equivalences of, the historical struggle of black liberation somehow tied to Latin America and illegal immigrants being able to cross the border and stuff like this. The greatest asset to the DNC are black politicians and black political pundits. They are the greatest asset that they have. If they were to ever legitimately lose the black vote, which I don't see happening anytime soon, I think this presidential election kind of reflected that as well. They're not going to lose it in any serious capacity. But if they were to ever lose that, then the Democrats would genuinely be done.
That's what I'm saying.
They would genuinely be finished. They always, when you're talking about demographic breakdowns, racially speaking, it's always more than not, you're going to see a black political pundit, black politician, and I'd say 90% of the time, a black female political pundit that's going to be pushing the most nonsensical garbage that the DNC has to offer. Because they can always hide behind the history of Black America. They can always hide behind the history of slavery. They can always hide behind the history of Jim Crow. And they can always make an attempt regardless of how false the comparisons are and how much of a lie it is to say this history of Black liberation is equivalent and somehow intermingles with illegal immigration, they can always find a way to leverage Black history and the most atrocious and tragic aspects of Black American history and leverage it to justify pushing forward nonsensical policies like open borders. They always find a way, regardless of, once again, how ridiculous it sounds.
You see what he's saying? I love what
The number one
so let's
trick
hear
for aging
what
men.
Brandon Johnson.
Hey,
let me
you're
go and
toasting.
finish
You're looking
hearing
even
what Brandon
better in
Johnson had to
person
say.
than
That is clear. This so-called border czar seems to be getting educated more and more throughout, his, I guess, his speaking tour. It's unfortunate, though, that there is an abominable ignorance that exists within the Trump administration.
Listen to him.
He said there's an abominable ignorance.
So basically, the man asked him, are you going to allow Tom Homan to at least come in and get those people that you locking up and put them in jail? Because look, the taxpayers are paying all that money when you lock these people up and you got to go through trial and all that. That comes out of our money. The taxpayers have to pay for that. Are you going to at least allow Tom Homan to come in and get the criminals? This man said, Harold Washington, he was a Black man, and the reason why he did that, because he knew that it was for the Black people. And Tom Homan is ignorant, and he don't know what he talking about. He learned. This is what your mayor that you put in office. This is the Democrat way, baby. This is how they do things. You won't even allow him to come in and get these criminals. You still trying to protect them. When I said they need to be in jail for treason, these people need to be in jail. So in my video before, I showed you where they just had a shootout. And the neighbors were saying that they've been calling the police on that house for a minute since the Venezuelan illegals got there 7 months ago. All they've been doing is partying all day, drinking, in and out the house, smoking, things like that all day long. They was having a party at 2 o'clock in the afternoon when the shooting happened. The mass shooting happened. So this is what you want us. And now they're next door to us, doing all of this garbage. And this is what you want us to deal with? Democratic mayors, Biden and Harris administration. This is what you expect us to put up with by our homes, around our kids, when we're trying to just do the right thing, go to work, come home, make a living for our kids, all of that. You want us to deal with this? Not only do we have crime that we got to deal with our own citizens, you want us to add 70 more thousand illegals to come in, get free everything, tax us to death, and then deal with their crime too? And then you say you're not going to allow Tom Homan to come in to at least get the criminals? Well, we housing and paying for them on our tax dollars, and we are already in $1 billion deficit that you the nickel and dime into that budget you just passed? Come on, y'all. Come on. At what point are we going to say, okay, the Democrat way is just not the American way? At what point are we going to just realize this is not it? They are anti-American. They have committed treason against the American citizens and against us. When are we going to realize this and start thinking better for ourselves? Thinking for ourselves and knowing that we deserve better. When are we going to say that we deserve better and put ourselves first and our kids first and say we deserve better than this? Because all of them just getting paid off our ignorance and stupidity. That's all Brandon Johnson. Brandon Johnson is worth $3 to $5 million right now. Even though he has a 14% approval ratings and is going down in history as the worst mayor of America. He's worth $3 to $5 million. And our aldermen just allow this. Okay, y'all. Our aldermen just allow this budget to be passed, the sellout alderman. So you better, let me say this, just allow this mayor to have a $400,000 vice mayor, $400,000 vice mayor salary up in this budget. Who is vice mayor? We don't know him. We don't care about him. We don't even know who he is. It never happened, and period. And now they allow these aldermen that voted yes for this budget, allow him to spend $400,000 on a vice mayor for what? Who is he? We don't even know what that is. So all of your aldermen that voted, for yes for that budget, that's then you all need to be calling right now. Hey, boo, all of your aldermen that voted yes for this budget, you can go right online and find it. Or I might on my next live show y'all everybody who voted, because it's on this phone. Everybody who voted yes, you need to be calling your aldermen today, you all. Don't wait. Keep calling your aldermen and say, you know what? You voted yes on that budget, right? Don't let them tell you, because we've been hearing that they've been sending out emails talking about, not emails, voicemails to their constituents saying that don't worry, these tax hikes is not going to affect you. How dare they sit up there and lie to us in our face? How dare your aldermen that voted yes, that sold you out, that's lying in their pockets because Bill and a couple more aldermen told you who were getting paid, why were they voting that way, and how they were selling you out. How dare your alderman send you a voicemail telling you, hey, don't worry about it. This new budget is not going to affect you. How dare we're the highest taxes in Chicago. We have one, if not the highest taxes. Y'all tax us for everything. Sugar tax, bed tax, streaming tax, Uber tax, everything you could think of tax. We are being taxed. And you're going to have the nerve to tell me that you voted for this for more taxes, and you got the nerve to send me a voicemail saying it's not going to affect me. Don't worry about it because you got paid. No, it's not going to affect you with all the money you just made. So since you want to sell your people out, and you want to keep selling your people out so you can get rich, your aldermen that have been in there for a long time that work for you, but only thing that's happening in your neighborhood is they're getting richer and your neighborhood is terrible. All your aldermen that said yes for that budget, you need to call them, and all you got to do is go online. I wish I had that because I didn't know I was going to talk about this, but I'm telling y'all now, and I'm probably going to say this, I'm going to keep saying this. All your aldermen that voted yes for that budget, you need to be calling them and say, you know what? You voted yes for that budget. I see that you voted yes for that budget. That's cool. You will not be in that seat come election time. I'm letting you know that right now. Because they got a couple more budgets they're going to be voting on next year, y'all. They got a couple more budgets. Because, yeah, they in that budget that they vote on illegals, they getting their funds too. Illegals getting their funds too. So you all need to be calling your aldermen. Everybody on here needs to be calling their aldermen and say, hey, oh, you voted yes for that budget? Oh, okay. You know what? Anything that you voted on to have any taxes on me, when we already taxed to death in this bad economy, when all these illegals getting free everything, and you voted to raise my taxes, to tax me on other things, nickel and dime me on taxes, when Bill said they could wait and they can cut more fat, they ain't no way they supposed to vote to give that vice mayor $400,000. The aldermen getting they wives getting their wives getting where they taking their wives back and forth chauffeur services. Why your alderman? What alderman wife needs? Why we gotta pay taxes? We our taxpayers gotta pay for your wife to get chauffeured around. Who is she? Who? And y'all who voted on that yes, all y'all salaries that went up. Okay, so since you all want to do that, and since you all continually keep doing what we told you not to do, anything that's going to tax us and not gonna cut the fat in y'all in that administration, because all he want to do is keep spending. Nothing he's doing is bringing in money. What's gonna happen is all them taxes he did and all that, it's gonna run business away. You already got too much crime. You already got illegal crime. Now you got illegal branding crime. And now you got all these kids that's already going downtown doing the smash and grabs, that's breaking into all these things. Shot spotter you took away. So businesses are going to leave like they been doing. So we're going to be they're trying to make it like another Detroit, how Detroit used to be. And you all keep voting and allowing these people to do that. And you all just keep sitting on y'all butt, not doing nothing, allowing this. And now you see that I just showed you, you got illegals coming in, getting your resources. So when you get laid off your job, you can't even go to the unemployment. You can't even go to the business and get stamps and stuff just to make ends meet. Because you go there, it's a slap in the face for me to go to a place that my tax dollars, I didn't pay big taxes, and now I'm falling on hard times. And I got to go to a place that's supposed to use my tax dollars for that time, such a time as this, when I fall on hard times, and I got to go to that place and see the line around the corner with illegals, with new cars who ain't put a dime in the system. It's a slap in the face. And then for your mayor and your aldermen to vote for this, and him to say he won't even work with him to get the criminals, and then gonna use it on the black plight. You gotta be a special kind of stupid to keep voting for this garbage. I told you, the Democrat Party need to sit in the corner for 40 to 50 years until they realize when you put that hand on that Bible and you swore oath to America to uphold that law and that Constitution and say you here to protect the people and look out for the citizens, and you don't uphold that, you're gonna pay for that. But we so stupid, we never hold Democrats. We never hold them accountable, especially in Chicago. This been happening for a long time. And we've been so stupid and so dumb till we keep voting the same people right back in. Y'all had a chance to get rid of Beetlejuice Lori, and y'all put a progressive Democrat that's even way worse than her in. That's an indictment on you. That's an indictment. You need to go look in the mirror and figure out what made you vote your demise, and you had a chance to get out of this, and you stupidly and ignorantly went and put the same people in there, but that was even worse. You need to go look in the mirror and understand why did you do that. That ain't nobody, you can't blame nobody for that. You gotta go look in the mirror and say, what made me, what place that I was at in my life, or what happened, or how do I feel about myself and my kids that I would just keep voting this way and put a person that I knew was bad and then turn around and vote somebody that was even worse than her and not hold these people accountable for what they did. You don't love yourself, you don't think nothing about yourself. That's all it is. Because you ain't gonna find no other group that's gonna allow that. They gonna be like, oh, really? Okay, you did that? All right. Okay. They gonna hold them accountable. We the only ones. So that's an indictment on you. You can't blame nobody else. You keep putting these people in. All these aldermen that's been in there for 10, 15 years selling you out and been voting a certain way. You see your neighborhoods and you keep saying, oh yeah, I love her because she get turkeys out and all that. That's an indictment on you. That shows your stupidity and ignorance. That's not on them, because if I'm allowed to do that and I'm getting rich and my kid, I'm giving them generational wealth and they can go and live their life, their best life off your stupidity, that's your problem. If you ain't gonna wake up, I'm gonna keep doing it. As long as you allow me. And that's just what it is. So that's all I'm saying. So he won't even allow these people to come in and get the criminals. Okay. That's cool. We got him. But anyway, so I did, like I said, it's more crimes. I just didn't want to put in this video because it's going to be long. But you can go on my mass shooting video, and then there's another one when I talked about how the migrant had, the illegal had, let me call them what they are, illegal alien had broken into the home of a lady in Chicago when she came home from after the Thanksgiving holiday, and she saw two migrants and her two illegal aliens that broke into her house and was squatting in there. So those videos that I told with a lot of what's happening in Chicago as far as the crime. So we're gonna call them Brandon Johnson illegal alien crime. So treason on America, he's treason on American soil, treason on Chicago soil, and he has to go and know your aldermen. So as of today, you need to be calling your aldermen and saying, hey, I wish I had, maybe I can go and post, maybe I just post a picture of the list on here on my thing. So I'll try to find it in my phone and post a picture, or if I get it at a video of all your aldermen that voted yes for this bogus budget that they just passed. And you need to call your aldermen and say, okay, this is what y'all gotta do. Okay, you passed that budget, right? All right. You will not be in that seat come election time, because they gotta know that, because they're gonna be voting on two more budgets, a couple more budgets this year, next year, and they gotta know that you watching and that you gonna hold them accountable. So at least we can not be in too much damage until we get them up out of here. All right. So that's what I got to say. I love you all. I gotta get up off here because I gotta train. I got my clients I gotta train, y'all. But anyway, like I said, if you need training, I'm going to be doing online training. So if you're interested in that, that means that wherever you at, you can get trained by me. Or if you're in Chicago, I only train women. My husband trained the men. So if you're a woman, you want to come and get trained, you get great results, trust me. But anyway, with that being said, like the video, share the video. Make sure you all look at the 6-week challenge I put up, because we still in the 6-week challenge and we are not doing any sugar or starches. So the video is posted, so make sure you all doing it. And if you're not saved, if you don't know Jesus and you need to know him, then you gotta get saved. All you gotta do is believe and confess and repent, and you saved. So God, listen, I repent for my sins. Please forgive me for my sins. I don't want to keep doing this. I want to live for you. I want to know that when I die, where I'm going, without a shadow of a doubt, I repent. Then you got to confess, God, I know that you died on the cross and that you rose with all power in your hands. I know that you are the Son of God. And Jesus, I confess in my heart that you are the Son of God. And then just ask him to please take all of me and give me all of you. I don't know you. I don't have a relationship with you, but I'm asking you to show me who you are so I can have a personal relationship with you and I can know you for myself. That's all you got to do. Repent, confess with your mouth that he is Lord and he is the Son of God and he died with all power in his hand, and believe. And then he gonna do the rest. All right? Okay, you all. So don't forget to go, because Zoe channel, don't forget to subscribe, you all. Please subscribe to the channel and then get the notifications. Put the note, because when I go live, like at the spur of the moment when I go live, you all will be able to just see that Danny's live. And then just make sure that you go to Zoe channel, Zoe Lee channel. Her name is Zoe, Z-O-E Lee, L-E-I-G-H-T, because her and Miss Jackson will be on tonight talking about how they stealing black people property and what's really going on. So that's going to be tonight, I believe at 6. I believe it's at 6, you all, that they will be live. Zoe Lee and Miss Jackson will be live on Zoe channel, and they will be talking about the housing crisis and how they're stealing black people property, and they'll just be talking about those things. So we letting you know everything of how Chicago is getting down and how they're destroying Chicago, what they're doing to the citizens. All right? I love you all. Be blessed. And I'll see you all tomorrow, hopefully tomorrow. All right, love you all. Thank you all so much for being here. And I love y'all. I love y'all so much for your support and everything. Thank you all.